Hello and welcome back to journeyinG. This week my journey takes you on a different means of transport than my usual explorative 2 feet. For starters, I'm excited to inform you that journeyinG's London era will take a hiatus. But before you get all sad about not being able to follow my footsteps through London, something even better is hopefully coming. That is, my travel adventures will resume in New York as we speak, as I am making my way to the US for the first time. To prepare for this big odyssey to another continent, my stepmother has ever so kindly decided to come help me move. Having packed up my belongings sooner than anticipated, we were able to enjoy some free time this Sunday, which we decided to spend on the River Thames by going on a boat tour. Since my travel date was in the company of another person, this week's takeaway lessons revolve around the topic of spending time with loved ones. So let's dive in on a literal level, shall we? First and foremost, an important lesson I kept coming back to is the idea that we are in control of our own thoughts. I'm a person that craves harmony at all times, yet not all people have the same values or picture of what harmony looks like. Therefore, and because we cannot change anyone else but ourselves, rather than lamenting about tricky situations that didn't work out the way I wanted to, I kept reminding myself that I can choose to accept the situation for what it is and change the way I think about the outcome of it. This prevents me from sulking in negativity and helps me to arrive at a more peaceful state of mind. A further key takeaway is a sentence which I've been taught by my life coach a few years back. Although the sentence has been on my mind for some years now, it's a life lesson that I keep on relearning, and one which isn't always easy to implement in family structure where one is the younger party. The sentence goes, "In adulthood, your parents or family of any kind have to earn the right to have a relationship with you." Some of the moments encountered on this trip reminded me that just because someone is close to you or are related to you doesn't mean that they can treat you the way they want, without it having consequences. This realization has mainly come up now as I was reflecting on this lovely boat cruise, so I cannot confidently say that I've mastered the meaning of it in action. But the more I revisit the meaning of it, the more it will stick with me. A further step for me, then, includes finding ways to apply it in upcoming arguments with loved ones. I hope it got you thinking about your self-worth in relation to kinship as well. Lastly, to end the recording on a light-hearted note, since most of what I've touched upon was rather laden with emotional intelligence, let me teach you a fun fact which the cruise guide shared with us on the boat drive. Apparently, the River Thames is the 5th cleanliest river in Europe. It gets a bad rep most of the times, but the murky water is misleading. It is caused by the sediment that results from the daily ebb and flow cycles. When thinking about it, isn't this a poignant allegory to the fact that anything in life is not always the way it looks like? I don't know, something to think about whilst ending this video. If you like this week's content, it would mean the world to me if you would support my channel with a like or subscription. It helps me more than you think. Thank you for watching. The world needs more of your energy.